Drivers ready? Butts to light. So we're going to do a pre-checklist before we're ready to take our first pass. First thing, obviously, got to get the battery in there, make sure it's strapped down properly. Plug it in. Always make sure the remote goes on first. Turn on the vehicle. Remember, lift up the rear. Make sure you got throttle. Okay. Let's clean the back tires, and then we'll be ready to put the body on and take our first pass. Doesn't have to be anything special. You can use Windex, simple green, just a cleaner just to get some of the residue off the tire. When taking your first pass, you want to make sure your steering is straight. So we're going to set the car down, try to drive it just a few feet, make sure it's straight. If not, we have a few adjustments right here. We can make sure the car goes straight first. So it seems to be pulling to the right a little bit. So on the steering trim, we're just going to adjust it a little bit to the left. Now let's see. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and do a small little burnout and then take our first pass and see what the car does.
So when making a test pass, if you find that your steering gets very wobbly, it may be to the fact that the gyro is set too sensitive. So one of the things you're going to want to do is revert to the manual to either turn the gyro sensitivity down or turn the gyro off completely.
So the car pulled to the right a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to make some adjustments, so we'll try it again.
Out of the factory, your car comes with 2 shims installed on both sides. Once you start to do your test passes, if you find your car pulls to the left, you're going to want to go ahead and add shims to the right side of the car, always the opposite side of the way it's pulling. Starting off with the thinnest shim that is provided for you in the kit, and it's vice versa. So if it pulls to the right, you add shims to the left. If it pulls to the left, you add shims to the right. And the way you do that is by pulling down on the shock and inserting the shim and putting the car back together, making a test pass and seeing if that corrected the issue. If you need to add more, the kit comes with a variety sizes of shims, different sizes. And this is the first adjustments you're going to want to make on your suspension prior to starting to tune the clutch. One crucial tip you're going to want to pay attention to when drag racing is slowing down the steering. One thing with steering on drag race cars, the faster you go and as fast as your steering is when it's stock out the box, it's a little too fast and you can lose control of the car and flip it over. So by slowing the steering down, any little adjustment you make at the top end and the high speeds, the car is going to respond nice and smooth versus really jerky and you lose control of the car. So just to go ahead and show you how you go ahead and slow down the steering, the dual rate right here, I'm going to minimize it all the way to minimum, and you're going to see the steering on the tires of the car. Very slow. As I speed up the dual rate, you're going to see the cars. This is where the car comes factory. That's a little too quick. So what I like to normally do is I will set the dual rate at about 3% right here, and that's nice and slow. It's nice and smooth to get you down the track without losing control of your car.